The hospital actually really just kind of made me feel like a bad person for even wanting to try and have kids with ulcerative colitis. Now in my life, I have a little 2-month-old who's very needy, and it's very good that my body is very healthy because he needs it to be. I had also been on like contraception, and I feel like that just made my stomach go even worse because like as soon as I started it, I just like the flares got really bad, and then like I had a big flare up. She put me in the ultimatum of like, you could have continue as you're going and you'll end up having surgery, or you could have more years of like slowly moving up the medication until potentially needing surgery, and you might not even get to the top. So like to me, both those options sucked. I looked at the price of how much you guys cost, and then I looked at the price of the medication that I was currently taking, and I was like, oh, that's like 1 year of medication. I think I had some fevers, but like even then, like knowing that that's your body cleansing all this toxins out and your body getting all that stuff out, and like no one really teaches you that. Like, I don't know, you guys were the first people who were kind of saying that to me. Every day you have a choice. Every day you have a choice to walk out the door, or you could stay in your bed. Like every day you have a choice what you put in your body, and it's making those choices. And like also going the medical route. Some people do go the medical route, and like honestly, I feel like that's a hard choice to make. Like I was saying, like I would rather die than go that medical route for me. So like for me, the people who do go that medical route and end up getting surgery or end up going that way, like that's not an easy choice. That is like, but it is a choice. I do believe God's given us the ability to heal ourselves, and God's definitely given us the ability to women to give birth naturally. There's no way I'm believing doctors again if they tell me I can't have a baby, or if they tell me this. Like everything is possible if you look after your health. Your health is priceless. Like you need to spend the time to heal so that you can then live a life which is better. Like your quality of life will just go so much higher. Make the choice to heal. Like make the choice to heal naturally as much as you can, because I feel like the consequences of making the choice to heal naturally are all good. There's no bad ones. It's all just like joy and freedom, and yeah, your body like living longer. Whereas the choices to go the medical route is definite that's like you see the side effects on the side of those things, and like the lady said, you could either like take the medication and slowly get to the surgery, or you could not take the medication and then you'll get to surgery. Like that's the options they gave me. Like that's ridiculous.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of IBD Heal, a podcast brought to you by High Carb Health. I'm your host, Shakul, and today I'm joined by Mayan. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show, Mayan. And Mayan has been healed from ulcerative colitis, and she worked with us last year. And we're very, very excited for her to come on and share her story. Um, But before we start sharing a story, guys, if you're watching this and you really love these testimonials, please share them with as many people as you can so that we can reach people and give people hope that you don't have to live with IBD for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in talking to me or Shamiz about how you can heal, please check out the link down below and you can book an initial call with us to discuss how to get rid of IBD and not live with it forever like Mayan now has, and she's going to share with us a little bit about what it's like to live without IBD. So, kind of let's talk to start off with what is it like to not have ulcerative colitis anymore?
Oh, I think I've almost forgotten like that whole traumatic experience. I think like it's just like I'm just living life. Like I don't even really, I mean, every now and then I think I get a little bit nervous when I have a stomach pain, or like or if I have like diarrhea or something. And I've just had a baby, so like there was a lot of things going on with my body that I think it was more pregnancy related than like gut related. But like I'd get nervous, but then I would just be like, no, my body's good. Like my body is healthy. I've been feeding it well. Like, and I just like, I don't know. I think I've got to a point where I don't even believe ulcerative colitis is a thing in that it's like an autoimmune disease. I kind of have got to a point of being like, you, your body shows symptoms and then you have to fix them. Oh my gosh, my baby just woke up. He's been, he wanted to say hello to my little Asher.
Hello. Hello, Asha.
But yeah, he's a big reason why I wanted to get healthy, actually.
Yeah,
So,
talk. I mean, I think that's
really
since he's
wanted to have a
here.
mother.
Yes. Congratulations, by the way. And I know when we were working together, we were talking about how this was a real big goal of yours to start a family and to have kids and living with IBD and being on medication and things like that were not going to be ideal to be able to do that. So
No.
yeah, how does it feel now that
The
you've
hospital, the hospital actually really just kind of made me feel like a bad person for even wanting to try and have kids with
Mhm.
ulcerative colitis.
Mhm.
Like, do you mind if I breastfeed while I'm doing this?
No problem. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so they like I don't know if you remember that me telling you this, but they basically told me that like if I got pregnant while I was flaring or like while I wasn't in remission, I could basically starve my baby in the womb.
Mm.
And like because I wasn't getting the digestion, like the foods, my baby would be really malnourished and they'd have all these problems and like they just really instilled fear into you. Like
Mm.
it was just horrible. Like so I was like one thing like what am I gonna like do I get like we really want to start having a family but like they just didn't really give you any options other than be on these medications and they
Mm.
also said if you fall pregnant we're going to put you on like a heavy steroid, a heavier one, um and like you'll have to be like closely monitored and everything. This was at the point where I was having a flare up because I
Mm.
kept refusing to take medication but also didn't really know how to heal properly.
Mm. Mm.
But yeah, it just made you feel like you couldn't do anything because
Mm.
you're like damned if you do or damned if you don't sort of thing. But
Yeah.
now my life I have a little 2-month-old who's very needy and it's very good that my body is very healthy because he needs it to be.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
he didn't starve in the womb. So
No,
yeah, he's all good.
he's looking really healthy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just, I do want to talk about the pregnancy and how that went, for you. Um, but let's just start from the beginning around how you got diagnosed. So like, how did you find out that, what kind of symptoms did you experience that made you think, oh, I need to get this checked out? And then let's talk about the whole experience medically from there.
Well, I have always been like a healthy person. Like I've always ate well. Like I think my family, like we call that like we have an ingredients household, not like a food household where food's already made for you. So like I was very familiar with what's good to put in your body and what's not good to put in your body. I learned a lot more with you guys, but I knew what to eat and I like was always fit. But I actually was on like a youth camp and I had this girl, bit of a reckless girl. She actually punched me in the gut. And I thought I had internal bleeding because that following night I had blood in my stool. And yeah, I was like, oh crap, I better go to the doctors because I thought it was internal bleeding. The doctor said like there's no way it would be internal bleeding.
Hmm.
And like was like, oh, actually you could have an autoimmune disease. And I didn't even know what that was. Like I was like, what? What does this mean? Looked it up, started like really I'm a really big researcher. So like I started getting really into like, what is this? What is that? What is that? Looked into Crohn's, looked into ulcerative colitis. Um, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is worse than cancer. Like I can't deal with this. And like I went pretty like down a rabbit hole. But yeah, it came back as yeah, I had proctitis. So not a bad one, like it was still just very minor. But like yeah, at that point I was like, oh my gosh, I was planning to get married and like I just thought my life had ended really
Mm.
because I'd never been sick before, never gone to hospital, never gone to the doctors. So even to like be going to the doctors,
Mm.
I thought it was like I'll go get stitched up and then I'll come out and I'll be fine. But
Mm.
yeah. So then I started the journey. And yeah, I had like my whole family's kind of against medication.
Mhm.
So like I had a sister who had a mental health diagnosis of like schizophrenia and bipolar. And she actually healed herself without medication. Like she started
Mm.
on medication and then she healed herself. And she was really like she studied nutrition and naturopathy and everything. And yeah, so I always had that belief that like our bodies are strong, like our bodies can heal. And my whole family is also Christian as well. So we also believed in miraculous healing. So I was like, started praying, started feeling better um, about the whole situation. But like, I also was like, I don't want to take medication. I've got to start like looking at my diet and went off gluten, went off all these things. But it just slowly got worse, really, for me, even though like I thought I was doing all the right things. I was praying and everything, and
Mhm.
I felt like my boyfriend at the time was probably going to break up with me. Like it was just all like, oh
Mhm.
no, the sickness is starting too soon in this relationship. Like married for sickness and health. I'm already sick.
Mhm.
But yeah, I ended up being on like the suppositories. And the reason I was okay with that was like it's a low dose. It'll be fine. Like it's just in that area. It doesn't go through your whole system. And I kept trying to go off it myself as well, but every time it would just come back. And then I ended up having to go on enemas. And then I had a really bad flare up in 2023. So this was after we were married already.
Mm.
Um, he did decide to marry me, even though I had a problem. But yeah, in 2023, I got admitted into hospital, and yeah, that was when I had also been on like contraception, and I feel like that just flared, like made my stomach go even worse because like as soon as I started it, I just like the flares got really bad, and then like I had a big flare up. So yeah, and that was when they told me the news that I told you previously, like you're like you won't be able to have kids and like all this stuff. And for me, I think I've always had a mindset of like almost definitely people pleasing, but also like self-deprecating. Like if I'm going through pain, it's probably because I deserved it, or it's if I'm going through this, I've done something like
Mm.
that's it's just like a cause and effect sort of thing. I'd got to a point where actually this isn't affecting me now, it's also affecting my husband because
Mm.
he wants to have a family. And yeah, so I think that started me being like, okay, I really need to focus on me. I need to focus on my health because otherwise I would just keep going. Like I'd just be like, oh well, I'm in pain, just deal with it. Like, and I would just yeah, I don't know where I got that mentality from, but I think it's probably from my dad. He's like a rub some cement in the wound sort of person. Um, but yeah, uh, so I did end up getting my health, my health back on the enemas, and I was like, in remission that they said until like November. But then I had another big flare up. And this time like I lost so much weight. I looked like skin and bone. I actually got to my goal weight, which like you know how everyone's like, "Oh, my goal weight is this." Like I got to my goal weight and I was like, I never want to be this weight again. This is too skinny. Like it was so bad. Everyone was worried about me. And like I couldn't do work. Like before this point, I'd just been like changing my undies multiple times. Like I'd take like 3 to 4 sets of undies to work, like the nappy, like the period undies. And yeah, I remember one time I was like head chef because I work in hospitality and I'm either a waiter or a head chef or a barista. Um, but I was head chef and I was starting to get really bad. And my bosses all knew my condition and they knew what was going on because
Mm.
why else would she be going to the toilet all the time? But
Mm.
yeah, I was head chefing and we had so much like orders on the screen and it was just the worst time for it to be happening. And I had to ask my manager whether I could go to the toilet and the manager was like, "Oh, you can't go to the toilet. You need to get this out." And then I just cried because I I pooed myself and I was still trying to like do these meals and it was just like this I have to do something. Like this sucks. I can't
Mm.
live like this. Um but yeah, and then that was when I started like I just oh yeah, it was in November that the doctors really sat down with me and I actually have the picture that she drew too. I was prepared. But I don't know if you can see that. She drew me this picture
Mhm.
and that's where I was,
Yeah.
which was like I was on the lowest
Mm.
doses of medication because I just wasn't every time they wanted me to go up, I was like, no, I'm not going up. I'm not going up.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, she basically was saying, so like you can see the little jumps up. So I
Yeah.
was like on the lowest, then there, then there, then there, then there. But she was kind of saying, you're going to go from here to here, which is like surgery
Oh.
because of the way that I was dealing with my condition.
Mm.
So she was just saying, you're not taking this seriously enough. This is a serious condition. Um, you could either like she put me in the ultimatum of like you could have continue as you're going and you'll end up having surgery, or you could have more years of like slowly moving up the medication until potentially needing surgery, and you might not even get to the top. So
Mm.
like to me, both those options sucked. I was like, this isn't right. Like, no, I don't
Yeah.
I can't believe this for myself.
Mm.
And yeah, that's when I started like at first I actually looked into a lady who was like she did blood work. She did all like full workup of your body and like would tell you what's going on. And she didn't believe in autoimmune disease either. So she kind of like made me believe what I was already believing in myself. And she put me on a diet which was really getting rid of like preservatives, sugars, all this stuff. Um, and that did help me for a little bit, but it wasn't, I could just, I was still, she had me on charcoal and all this different stuff, which it still wasn't like the quality of life that I was wanting for myself. Like, I'm like,
Mm.
I have to get back to being me, being healthy. And that's when I saw high carb health. I think the algorithm brought me to you because, like, when you search things enough, then like they know what you're
Yeah.
interested in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I saw Shamiz's story and how he had yeah, he looked skinny like me and then he looks healthy.
Mm.
So like I was just kind of like, okay, I think I need to reach out to these guys. And I think I had a 15-minute consult with Shamiz first. And
Mm.
then yeah, I think my mindset was like because I hate spending money on myself as well. Like I
Mm.
hate just Like that's that self-deprecating, like you don't need it. Like just don't deal
Mm.
with it. Like, but then yeah, just I knew it was impacting my husband and I knew I couldn't keep going. Like it was either like I felt like I was either gonna die or like I needed to find another option because I didn't want the medical route.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, so I looked at the price of how much you guys cost, and then I looked at the price of the medication that I was currently taking, and I was like, oh, that's like 1 year of medication. Like actually that's so much. Like if this actually does what it says it's gonna do, it's the same, like same value for money. That's pretty much what I was thinking.
Mm.
So that's my self-deprecating brain being
Mm.
like, oh, it's
Mm.
the way it's like I'm not
Yeah.
spending more money.
No, but
But
like
yeah,
you actually end up saving money now because now it's like
yeah,
that much
well,
medication for the rest of your life. All right.
yeah.
So how much were you spending on medication then
So
for a year?
oh, I can't remember. I can't even remember how much I paid you guys. It was like a bit more for the medication option than it was for you
Hmm.
guys, but I can't
Hmm.
remember. I'm sorry.
Right.
It was, yeah.
I'll
But
do the calculation. I'll put it up on the screen, the calculation of how much you paid us and how much it would have cost you for your medication. And then we'll extrapolate it for another 50
yeah,
years. And then we'll show everyone
I
how
think
much
it
you've
was
actually saved.
I was paying like 45 bucks, 45 to something a month. But then on top of that,
Hmm.
I was paying for um like the different medications because I was changing and chopping and then yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then I was paying for supplements as well.
Yes.
So I added
It
all of
adds
that
up.
together because
It
now I'm
adds
not
up.
on any supplements. Yeah, I'm not on any supplements and I'm not on any medication. So yeah,
Happy
making money
days.
every day.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I literally made a post yesterday on Instagram that healing your body is like printing money.
Yeah,
You know, it's literally what you're like. You're not
literally.
spending that every month, every
Mm.
day on your medications anymore. So, um, talk about why did you decide you wanted to choose High Carb Health as your coach? Like, why did you want either me or Shamiz as your coach?
Well, at that point I hadn't met you. So Shamiz was when I had the chat with Shamiz, I think he was able to talk to me like I was a human being, not like the doctors had talked to me before. Um, and he his worldview really aligned with my worldview in that I didn't think it was just to do with diet. Like I really thought it was there's so much more. Like you got to find the root of the problem in order to heal the problem. And he did the analogy of the scab, like the wound that's infected. Like you can't just put a band-aid on that. You have to actually clean the wound and everything. And because I had actually done counseling as well before this
Mm.
and found out that I had been in like a flight response um, nervous system for a long time, which if you're in I think it's your sympathetic or there's two different nervous systems. And I was in the one that actually shut off your digestion. So that's where, because this is all my research, like I was like, oh, this must be where my gut was going wrong. And Shamiz said something that was along those lines of like, you need to heal holistically. You need to heal everything, like your mindset and everything. And then I was just kind of sold because I was like, okay, yeah, they not only are telling me that this is possible, which gives me hope, which I had no hope because it was either death or the medical system. That's what I was thinking. Um, or I also believe that God could miraculously heal me, but he wasn't doing that. But anyway, he Shamiz kind of gave me the hope to be like, okay, my body is actually able to heal itself if I believe in it and if I
Mm.
walk that way.
Mm.
But yeah, so that's why I chose it because Shamiz basically just that conversation with him. And then I met you, and then you were amazing.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah.
what did you learn as you went through the journey? Like, talk about the initial phase where we go through the education piece of the diet and the lifestyle and the five key lifestyle factors that are important to healing your body. And let me just say, like, you talk about God miraculously healing. Like, obviously, for some people, He will do that, but for other people, they go through. I
Mm.
mean, you are healed. He's healed you, right? Because He gave your body the
Yeah.
intelligence to heal itself. But also, there are certain things that He wants you to learn along the journey, right? And I think this is a lot. This is something that
Yeah.
I've seen over and again with so many people, that to obtain the full aspect of healing, to go through the whole journey of healing, there's a physical aspect to it that you need to clean out your body and remove those toxins that are inside your body. But you also have to do healing mentally on a lot of different things that you need to work on a personal level. And you've
Mm.
already touched on some of those things that you had to work on healing, like believing in yourself, actually, like knowing your self-worth, right? And understanding that
Mm.
it's worth investing in myself instead of, you know,
Mm.
thinking that you're not worth it. I think that's a lot of people sitting there probably thinking, you know, yeah, it's a decent chunk of money, but when you think about it for the rest of your life, it's actually an investment in yourself that's going to pay off multiple times because of your not just the money
Mm.
side of it, the quality of life. Like I'm sure like when you look back on it now, the actual money aspect is the least of your concerns. Like look at what you've got in your
Oh,
hands right now. Like that's
yeah.
priceless. I kind of it makes just brings me so much joy to see you with your baby, it's just oh, it's everything. So yeah,
Yeah.
talk about the high carb health journey and what you learned and how it all went.
Well, I think initially I was a little nervous because I'd had like Shamiz. I was like, oh, Shamiz is great. But then like you're like, so I want to be working with you because I had pointed out that I wanted to have children and I wanted like you said that's something you're really passionate about and you had a family.
Mm.
And immediately I was like, okay, I'm gonna get everything I can. Like when I'm into something, also value for money, I was like, I'm gonna get everything I can out of this. And so yeah, I was like, I think I was asking you, like, send me more stuff. Is there anything else I should be reading? And like I printed everything out and yeah, I read all the books and oh, I can't even remember the titles of the books now. My baby brain is there. But I think it was self-healing. There was a
Colitis and
book,
Crohn's. Yeah,
self,
self-healing colitis and Crohn's.
yeah. And it was just so powerful. And I actually ended up like telling so many people about it. I'm like, do we want to do a book club? Like, let's do a book club. Like, I got really into it. And I had one other friend who's still a really close friend now. She was really into it as well. And I just loved that it was all backed with information. It was all backed with yes, we had our coaching sessions that were like more anecdotal and more like how you doing, like stuff like that. But you had also given us all this ability to research and ability to like look at the stuff like because I think so much is hidden. Like not even just like when you're researching stuff, there's definitely algorithms and there's definitely things that
Mm.
like government wants you to see more than other things. And I just really soaked up all the information that you guys gave to me. And then I was listening to the like the testimonies as well. Like that's why I was like, if you want me to do a testimony, like I'll do one. Because they really do like help you so much to believe in yourself. Because it's like there's a whole world and a whole society telling you this is the only way you can do it, or this is the life that you're in now, like you're stuck with it. But then like it's like the devil and the angel on one side, devil, because like you have to keep listening to the other voice, and you have to
Mm.
keep like, which is why the coaching calls were so good, because there was definitely times where like as you're cleansing, um, yeah, like it had to get the detox phase was tough, like it was tough, and I think there was just one call that you had with like I remember you talking about your kids and you said that now my kids know what's healthy and my kids know what's healthy. My kids know what's like if they'll go to parties and they'll eat junk, but then if they're feeling sick, they're going to eat an apple or they're going to eat oranges and like um that really hit me because once again, I think I'm more of a like I'm doing it for like my kids. Like if I can be healthy and if I can know my body better, my kids will have this in their life as well. Um, so even at that point, that gave me like a, okay, get through this detox, get through this, like learn the signs of your body, learn what your body's telling you. And like even I think I had some fevers, um, but like even then, like knowing that that's your body cleansing all this toxins out and your body getting all that stuff out. And like no one really teaches you that. Like I don't know. You guys were the first people who were kind of saying that to me. But now I'm looking into a lot more stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, there's actually lots of people who believe this. Um, but yeah, we're so into stopping the fever or stopping the
Hmm.
headache or stopping all this stuff instead of listening to it. So I think that like the huge thing during the detox phase and during all that phase, I did find the diet hard because I'm a very big foodie person. So I love all my sauces and I love all those things.
Hmm.
So I found like cutting all that stuff off was really hard, but it was worth it. Because I was able to really feel what the food was doing for my body and what, like, yeah, how each week symptoms changed and each week things like my body was doing something. Like I could tell my body was doing something. Whereas when I was on the medication, it was just like, I don't know what my body's doing. Like, I don't know, like at least it's not bleeding. Like that was pretty much
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think it really, the whole process really made me attuned to my body. And even now, like, sometimes I'm a little bit naughty. I'm not as good as you guys. And I'll have something that's like cheese or something like that. And then I'll be like, oh, that was actually fine. My body can digest that. But now I'm like, but if I have too much, I'm also like, okay, stop. Like I'm gonna have a banana, I'm gonna have bananas and fruit all day tomorrow and like stuff like that. And
Hmm.
yeah, I think it just equipped me to know my body and know what my body needed,
Hmm.
which is good.
Yeah,
So
I feel
yeah.
like, we've been blessed to be given this knowledge
Mm,
to be able to teach people how the body actually heals, you know?
yeah.
And for me to know that, because I used to get a lot of headaches and migraines and things like that, and no one would ever teach me how that happens. Why is that happening to you? Right?
Mm,
Because once you learn why something's happening, it's very easy to, I guess not easy, but it's simple. The answer is very simple, right?
mm,
I know why this is happening. Now I need to know what to do to fix it, right? That's the simple
yeah.
part, right? It's not easy. I would say healing is simple, but not easy, right? Like you know
Yeah.
what
Well,
you
it's
need to do, but to put that into practice, it takes a bit of commitment and discipline. But as you said, it
yeah.
wasn't, you may not have liked every part of it, but now you do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's every day choosing.
Hmm.
Like every time, every day you have a choice. Every day you have a choice to walk out the door or you could stay in your bed. Like every day you have a choice
Hmm.
what you put in your body and it's making those choices. And like also going the medical route. Some people do go the medical route and like honestly, I feel like that's a hard choice to make. Like I was
Hmm.
saying, like I would rather die than go that
Hmm.
medical route for me. Um, so like for me, the people who do go that medical route and end up getting surgery or end up going that way, like that's not an easy choice. That is like, but it is a choice. Um, so yeah, like, and I think that's like with my pregnancy and with having Asher, um, that's my son's name. Um, he like I had a choice. Like I could have booked in for a cesarean straight away, or I could have like there's all these interventions that you can take. And yeah, even like I still had the choice because like they were saying I was low on iron and they were saying I need to eat more meat and but like each time you have a choice to believe like to do something about it. So like I did end up taking iron supplements, but like and I did end up having a little bit of meat, but I was like I'll see how my body goes with it. I'll see how my body goes with it. Um and then I ended up not eating the meat because I was just like, oh, I can just have the supplement and my iron is going up. So but yeah, pregnancy takes a lot out of you.
Mm.
So but also with that, like I ended up doing a home birth because the medical system was just telling me this is how you have to do it. Like you're like this is it. But it's like, no, you do always have a choice and you can always research and you can always like I don't know, there's something about I do believe God's given us the ability to heal ourselves, and God's definitely given us the ability to women to give birth naturally. But there's an ongoing story out there that says it's you can't. Your body is diseased. Your body is
Mhm.
not healthy. Your body you are like it's crazy. The feminist movement is all about like women can do everything, but then when it comes to birth, women cannot do it. And it's like, why? Why can't women do it? Women is like the most amazing people ever. But
Mm.
once again, it's a choice. Like cesarean is also a very hard choice.
Mhm.
So I just think you guys taught me so much about making choices that sit well with your worldview and make like who you are as a person and what you do believe in. And that also brings healing. Like,
Mm.
whereas if you're doing something because you feel like you're forced to or you have to, like you'll end up having that anxiety, you'll end up having that fear, and that won't help anything in the end.
No.
So I don't know if I've gone off tangent, but I don't know. The whole process, it took me time. I think I was fully committed to the process, but it took me time to be like, okay, this is the best choice. Like the choices I'm making, I can see results from it.
Mm.
And once that happened, I was like, there's no going back. And there's also like, there's no way I'm believing doctors again. If they tell me I can't have a baby or if they tell me this, like everything is possible if you look
Mhm.
after your health. Like,
Mm. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, you actually made some really interesting points there. When we had our first baby, the midwife told my wife that you don't need to go see a doctor because you're not sick,
Yeah,
all right? You're
it's
doing something
exactly.
that's completely natural. It's meant part, like you're made to be able to do that. Now, if you're sick, then yeah, maybe you need to go see a doctor, right? But if you're not sick,
Mm,
then why should you always be going to see a doctor to have a baby, you know?
yeah.
And you also made a really good point about that you have choice, right? Everything is a
Mm,
choice that you make in that moment, and every choice has consequences,
mm-hmm.
all right? And so you can, and a lot of people make the choice of choosing their tongue over the rest of their body,
Yeah. I
you
think
know?
that was a big thing we talked about actually, gluttony, like because well, like gluttony being one of the sins
Mm-hmm.
that like Satan tempts the world with,
Mm-hmm.
and how much our society has just fallen prey to that because like we'll choose to eat unhealthily over like purifying your body or looking after your temple
Mm-hmm.
because we actually it's a sin, like we're falling into the trap of gluttony. And yeah, so definitely everything's a choice.
Yeah. Um, in terms of just talking through the next phase of what your life is like now and living without the disease, having your baby there that I just can't. I just cannot understand why someone would tell you that you can't do something. It's like it's
Mm,
so common. You go into the doctor's office and they're straight away trying to give you the worst possible scenario, right?
mm,
Whereas like Sham and I have always been, this is a message of hope. You can heal yourself. You can
mm,
get back to health. You can do everything that you need to do, and nothing should restrict you in life if you take care of yourself, right? If you do certain things, you make certain decisions and choices, then there's no reason why you can't achieve certain outcomes. And
mm.
obviously you're a prime example of that. You've made the choice, you've made the decisions, and now you got what you wanted instead of wondering
Hmm.
why you're miserable and sick, you know?
Yeah,
So what is it like now that you've made those choices and achieved the outcome and you've got your baby in your hands? It's just, yeah, what does it feel like?
yeah. I think it's I don't it's hard to put it into words, but like so much of my healing journey was God talking to me about my worth and like how much he loved me
Hmm.
and um how much he has a plan and a will for humanity and like how 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 much Satan is trying to destroy that with modern medicine and with so many different things. Like I don't know, I feel like my mind was just so illuminated to like all these schemes that like Satan uses to try and destroy us and try and make us feel that oh we are like failing or we are not good enough or we are like he doesn't love us, he's not a loving father. And it's all like my healing journey at the beginning, I was, yeah, like I said, self-punishing, people pleasing. I had to control things like because I felt like in the past, like if it was out of my control, like I'd be hurt or I'd like stuff like that. And but through my healing journey, it wasn't like I think God wasn't the gut was nothing really. Like it was all about my heart and it was all about him bringing me back to a place of being like, you're a loved, beloved daughter. Like your body is whole. Like I want you to have a family. I want you to like love your husband and not control your husband because that's something I'd fallen into as well. And I think now I'm just such a I'm happy to be a wife. Like I'm happy not to be scaling the career ladder or like I'm just really happy and content with my health and like I'm really praying that Asher will grow up and he will know what's good to put in his body and what's healthy and like he'll know that he's loved and but yeah, I think where I am now is just a more whole person and yeah, I like I don't know, like it like in the end if I still had like my gut, if my gut was still a problem, like I do feel like God didn't want that for me, thank God. But like if it was still a problem, the healing, like it wouldn't bother me as much anyway, because it was just like God had done such a healing in my heart and my head that I no longer needed to control that. Like I know he's in control.
Hmm.
So and in giving that over to him, he also then healed me as well. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, I just feel more of a whole person, not like a different aspects of my life
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
like contributing to this problem or that problem or this problem. It's more like, no, this is a holistic view of my life. And I'm also like, I've talked to so many people now just about health and about like healing. Like I feel like I'm able to help people now with things. which yeah, before I would always just be like, yeah, whatever. Like I probably would go you choose your way,
Mm.
you choose this. But now I can like input into people's lives and be like, so these are the possible choices you have. These are the consequences of these choices. This is this. And like, yeah, I've just been able to help people more. So I've loved that.
That's amazing.
So yeah. Mm.
To end the session, I always like to ask our clients who've healed to give some advice to people who are watching this and they may be going through something similar to what you went through. They may be dealing with the medical system, they may be dealing with flare-ups and symptoms, and they don't know how they're going to get out of that, right? There's two things I want you to do. One, I want you to talk about them because we talked about this before the session we started recording was the mental aspect, right? About
Hmm.
how, you were able to heal from a mental aspect and how the coaching helps with that. And then I want you to go and give some advice to people who are watching to finish off the show.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So definitely there's so much involved in healing. And Shakul, if you get Shakul as a coach, he's really great at just letting you share and letting you get to a point of figuring out what it is that is the root cause of the symptom that your body is telling you. So like, yeah, I'm a huge believer that like every symptom that your body is giving you is there's a reason for it. It's not just there and you need to cover it up. And yeah, so and often it goes even deeper than like, oh, I'm not getting enough sleep or I'm not getting like that could be one reason, but like I do believe that there's so much sickness is just caused by mindsets or your the way that you are perceiving the world or the way that you are continually the self-talk that you are giving yourself and your body. Um, and yeah, so for me, I was I think Shakul talked to me about this that like I would feel things in my gut and I would feel like I was like a very big empath and I would feel that in my gut and it would like I'd have that tension and I'd have that there and like it it's so much more than so like the bleeding is kind of like you've been feeling that pain and you've been feeling that and you've been not doing anything with it. Um so yeah, journaling, all that different stuff. The mental side of healing is so powerful. And yeah, even like how I was saying, like if I even still had those things going on, the my the healing that's happened in my brain and my mental side, I feel like for one, it couldn't happen. It couldn't still be going on because I've had that healing. But like you're able to just deal with a lot more. Like you have that hope and you have that um covering. But I also coming that from a Christian perspective of having God as well. And so much of the mental stuff was stuff that he was ministering to my heart and just healing things that like rejection in childhood and like different things that I mean I could list them all, but there's so much that we just don't deal with. We just keep keep doing life and we keep going, oh, it's okay. Everyone's got problems. Everyone's got problems. But like we said, like your health is priceless. Like you need to spend the time to heal so that you can then live a life which is better. Like your quality of life will just go so much higher if you take that time to deal with those traumas or deal with those things that in the past that yeah, you've just kind of kept shoving under the rock and just keep living life. So I don't know. I guess my advice kind of leads into that as well because it's just like just believe in yourself and take that time that you need to heal because it's make the choice to heal. Like make the choice to heal naturally as much as you can because um I feel like the consequences of making the choice to heal naturally are all good. There's no bad ones. It's all just like joy and freedom and yeah, your body like living longer. Whereas the choices to go the medical route um is definite that's like there's you see the side effects on the side of those things and like the lady said, you could either like take the medication and slowly get to the surgery, or you could not take the medication and then you'll become get to surgery. Like they're not, that's the options they gave me. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you
So
follow
make
their
the choice.
advice, if you follow their advice, all roads lead to surgery. Like, great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically what she said. So that made me like, nah. But yeah, so make the choice to look after your health and don't don't think it's not possible.
Mm,
And definitely Shamiz and Shakul, both of them are a wealth of knowledge. And not only a wealth of knowledge, they are like they're gonna walk with you through it all. And like even now, I'm not even a client, but like Shakul's sending me little "How you doing?" texts and it's just nice. They really want to help people. So if you're gonna make a choice, choose them.
Oh, amen to
So,
that. Thank you. I really appreciate that, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm so happy for you, and it brings me such
mm,
joy to see that you've been able to achieve your goal. Two goals, right? One, you've healed yourself, and you've now started a family, and yeah, it's such a special thing as speaking from experience, it's such a special and
mm,
precious moment that first experience of becoming a parent is inexplicable. No one can explain it until you go through that experience. So, congratulations on everything
yeah,
you've been able to achieve. And you know, said this at the end of the interviews, man. You now have a life after colitis. Congratulations.
definitely do. It's a good one.
Oh, oh, 100%. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a real pleasure. For everyone who's watching this or listening to this, if you're not inspired by this story and just seeing Mayan there with her baby, I don't know what can inspire you, to be honest. It's such a special journey that she's been on, and proof of the result of all the hard work that she put in to get to where she is now can be seen just through this video. So. If you're watching and listening, and please get inspired to make a positive change in your life and make the choice. I'm going to start using that now, my own. Like, make that choice to take care of yourself. And
Mm,
choose the option that's to get you to where you want to be. And if you really enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or our podcast. Click on that little bell notification icon to be updated of all our recent uploads and new testimonials. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up because this enables us to reach more people. And if you have any questions, there's a comment section down there below. Please ask away and we'll do our best to answer it. And as I said at the start of the video, if you'd like to have a chat to us about how you too can heal yourself from IBD, please check out the link in the description and you'll be able to book a call with Shamiz or myself to have a chat about how you can heal yourself. But yeah, it's been a real pleasure to share your story, Maya. Thank you so much for joining.
no worries. Thank you.
And for everyone watching and listening, make sure that you eat plants and lots of them. Take care.
Amen.